Namaskar friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on a very important concept of Vedic astrology, which includes nakshatra as well. So friends, when we talk about what could be the energies of a nakshatra which influences us very strongly and round the clock. So this topic I was researching on basis the consultation query which I recently received. So because of that, I got this idea that it is very important to make a video on this concept. So friends, to begin with, as you know that in Hindu belief, at the time of our birth, when it comes down to naming a child, which is a proper ritual, proper ceremony, so it all comes down to the calculation of the name is always based on that at the time of the birth of the child, his moon was transiting in which nakshatra and which pada of that particular nakshatra. Because the whole concept comes down to this spiritual fact that all of our past life information which is stored in the cosmos, which is stored in these 27 nakshatras. So basis the purpose of our life, basis the lessons which our soul needs to learn in this lifetime. So on that basis, our birth take place while our moon being placed in that particular nakshatra only. So now the fact is that our ancient sages and seers in their that transcendental stage, when they actually were able to access and elevate their energy level, the level of their consciousness, matching the speed of the sound. Like no one can match the speed of light. That is something which can be only mapped and can only be reserved to the main absolute reality only. But our ancient sages, when they were in that enlightened stage, they were even able to access the vibration of the sound of all the 27 nakshatras. And that is how, if you will give attention to that, wheresoever you will find the description of all the 27 asterism, 27 nakshatra, you will also find next to all the nakshatra the corresponding consonant or the corresponding sound. So the whole objective of naming a child on the basis of child's moon nakshatra and nakshatra pada and the matching consonant goes to this fact that the energy of your sound of your name is definitely going to be all the time surrounding you. Your name generates a sound, a vibration which is almost equivalent to a holy auspicious mantra for you. So the whole objective of naming a child basis its moon nakshatra is that so that the soul always remain invoked and always be reminded of being on the path for which the soul has incarnated in this lifetime, so that the soul is always be driven towards and focused towards its purpose. But just because friends, with the passage of time, or you could say because of the new age fashion and mentality, many people do not give consideration to their moon nakshatra, or in many cases people have not been introduced or to this beautiful and transcendental knowledge or wisdom of Vedic astrology. So because of which many people are not aware of that. So in those particular situations and circumstances, it becomes very important for you to know this thing that your name energy is actually affecting you in which area of your life. So for that particular concept, we will try to first look at the chart which I am just going to show you, which you can see in your screen. And now we will start our discussion regarding understanding the importance of your name nakshatra vibration sound. So friends, as you can see in this chart which is there in your screen, that for all the nakshatras and even to their different padas, there is a particular sound which has been mentioned over here. So for example, for the Ashwini nakshatra, its pada 1 can be equated with or resonated with the chu sound. For Bharani, the second pada has been equated with the lu sound. So now friends, what I'm trying to say over here is that basis your name. So for example, I will take my example only. So my name is Nipun. It starts with ni sound. So if you will see in the tally or this table, you will find that the ni sound comes in the Anuradha nakshatra. So in the Anuradha nakshatra, the second pada, you will find this ni sound. So now basis my ascendant, I will just get this idea that whenever anyone calls my name or addresses me, where the energy generated or created affects me or influences me. Because friends, the whole world, like all the matter and the objects can be equated and can be seen as the manifestation of energy only or vibration only. That is the only reason we all get attracted towards the people with the same vibration of energy. Whenever any planetary time period starts getting operational on us, so in our consciousness that part gets activated, and basis the planetary alignments, basis our own tendencies, basis our own personality, we get drifted towards opportunities, equal resonating energy, or we attract same level of energy in the form of opportunities, in the form of other people. And not only that friends, even our thoughts create vibrations, they create energy. And that is the only reason the more positive thoughts you have, the more compassionate thoughts you have, the better your aura is going to be, and the better your possibility is going to be towards ascending your consciousness. Because at the end, the higher degree and the highest degree of vibration is always of that absolute reality, which in itself can be represented and can be described as love, compassion, which is God. So I mean to say friends, coming back to my own life's example, so as I was telling it to you that my name in this table can be seen as it is falling in the category of the Anuradha in the second pada. My name, sound, consonant sound. So basis my ascendant. So my ascendant is Aries, and Anuradha nakshatra is going to fall in the 8th house. So whensoever anyone addresses my name or they calls my name, it gives strength and energy to my 8th house. And that is actually supporting me, because that is where my whole purpose of life and my whole objective and energies are directed in this lifetime. And not only that friends, even my ascendant lord, my 10th lord, they are also sitting in the Anuradha nakshatra only. So that is something friends which I wanted to tell you, that how your name, vibration and energy resonating and equivalent to the nakshatra affects and impacts your life. Even if you want to understand some of the other examples, so let's say for example, if we will take up the case of this famous Indian Bollywood actor, which is Salman Khan. So in Salman Khan's case, who has got Aries ascendant as well, and if you will see in the nakshatra table, you will find out that it is falling in the Satbhisha nakshatra in the second pada, and Satbhisha is completely reserved in the Aquarius sign. So it means whenever someone addresses and calls his name, it bases that person's ascendant, Salman Khan's ascendant, it impacts him and supports his 11th house, which is the house of opportunities and popularity. If you will take up another case of, for example, let's take up the case of Shah Rukh Khan. So Shah Rukh Khan, who has got Leo ascendant, and if you will see the nakshatra table, the Shah sound is coming in the Hasta nakshatra. So that means in his case, Hasta nakshatra, which falls in the Virgo sign, so it gives strength to his second house. So second house, which in itself is the house of finances, wealth and your speech. So friends, the whole objective of this today's playlist is that, let's say for example, if at the time of your birth, your parents were familiar with this Vedic astrology concept of naming the child or starting the letter with the moon nakshatra equivalent sound, then it's fine. But if you were not being named as per your moon nakshatra, you should have a fair idea that whensoever anyone addresses your name, the kind of energy, the kind of vibration it generates, in which area of your life it is actually impacting you. Now friends, let's say for example, if your name, written name or your official name is something else, but majority of the time you are being addressed by a nickname or some other name. So friends, in this particular situation, you will get more impacted by the name with which people know you, people address you, people call you. So this is something which I wanted to explain you, that how much importance our name, nakshatra, consonant sound impact us in our life and towards our aspirations in this lifetime. So friends, via this very simple technique, you can get to know that how this name energy is going to impact you, is going to influence you. Moreover, even the transit of the planets over your name nakshatra is definitely going to bring or create circumstances or situations accordingly. Now this could be connected to the way people see you, perceive you, concerns and prospects of name, fame, defamation. So a planet, a benefic planet like Jupiter, the moment Jupiter is going to transit your name nakshatra, it could actually create some good opportunities and good name, fame, recognition, people talking good about you. But the moment a planet like Saturn, which is a planet of discipline, hardship, delays, the moment Saturn is going to be transiting in your name nakshatra, it could create little bit of the difficulties or delays at the same time, where people might expect lot from you and discipline might be a center area of concern. And friends, one more thing which I wanted to say before I will conclude this video is that if, let's say for example, this concept is new for you and you or your name is little bit Western name, it's not a typical Indian name. So even in those kind of circumstances, for someone like who is addressed as Huan, so Huan, you might spell your name as Juan, but it is pronounced as Huan. So in that particular situation, you have to give attention to the Hu sound, so which is going to fall in the Pushya nakshatra. So you have to give attention to the way you are going to pronounce the name. You do not have to give attention to the way you are going to write the letters of the name. So the example which I used of Huan, which can be written as Juan. So if you will go by the Ju, you might go and see the tally in the Shravan nakshatra, but which is not going to be true as per the nakshatra sound list. You have to give attention to the Pushya nakshatra only, because every time your name gets pronounced, you get more impacted, and the Pushya nakshatra is something which gets activated and impact on your ascendant. And friends, at the end, one last piece of advice to all those people who, because of their nature of work, like for example, you are in fashion industry, you are in music industry, you are being known by some other name, some fashionable, some trending name. So it is very important for you to understand in which area of your life, basis your ascendant, the energy of your name nakshatra is going to impact you. Let's say for example, if your current well-known recognized name nakshatra energy is going to impact you at your 8th house, and the condition of the planets in the 8th house is already under severe affliction, like if in your case spirituality or research doesn't qualify, and in your 8th house where your name nakshatra energy is falling in, there the planets are already in a difficult state. Like for example, your like Saturn is present over there, or Rahu is present over there, or suppressing your moon over there. Then in those kind of circumstances, if you have this, still have this provision of creating some another nakshatra, name nakshatra sound for you, so trying an angular combination is always a good option to choose for. And basis that as well, like it all comes down to what are your aspirations. If you are in some of the artistic and creative pursuit, so from your current name nakshatra energy, going 5 houses ahead or the 5 nakshatra ahead energy can actually benefit you. If your aspirations are of career, of name, fame, so 10th nakshatra from your current name nakshatra could be a good sound selection for you. Or if it is all about spiritual and religious austerities and aspiration, elevation, so in that kind of situation, from your current name nakshatra, the 9th nakshatra could be a good probable choice for you. So that is something, friends, which I wanted to say as a part of this video and this topic. So for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.